Domo arigato, this is Mr. Roboto. I've been wanting to make a video for a while to showcase um, some of the books that I've collected recently, and I got a little bit sidetracked with my local comic shop day haul. These are books that I've either bought online or picked up at the store over the last several months. This one is an Adam Hughes cover of X-Men Black #1, Emma Frost. I got it from comicsketchart.com, and I also got the Virgin cover. I had to, unfortunately, send the Virgin cover back because the bottom staple had come loose. But another beautiful Adam Hughes variant. I also picked up Avengers #10, Alex Ross cover, and Avengers #10, which in real time is actually their 700th issue. And this is an Art Adams cover, which of course is an homage to Avengers #100. I was lucky enough to pick this up from my store, the Black Order #1 in Hyuk Lee variant. This is a 1 in 50, and it's been going online, I think, for about $150, $160. I paid ratio for it, and I think I'm going to hang on to it. I saw this book online, and I picked it up. I just have to have it. This is a Jenny Frison cover, Vampirilla #6. I probably paid too much for it. It was the only one online, and I really wanted it. And I shouldn't have gotten it because I overspent. I spent way too much money on that one. And I also picked up this Jenny Frison cover, which is the cover to Beauty #1. I then finally pulled the trigger on this book. I've been wanting to get it for a while, and the price seemed right, so I picked it up. I also picked up Heroes in Crisis #1, the Matina variant. That's the 1 in 100. I got a really good deal on it. I paid like half the going rate because there was a little nick, a little bump at the top. Otherwise, the book is absolutely pristine. I also picked up Batman Harley Quinn, which is the first Harley Quinn in, regular DC continuity. Had to have that book. And to fill in my run of Gotham City Sirens, I got Gotham City Sirens #1, which is the second print, which is very hard to find and also very expensive. So I've indulged a little bit recently, and now I'm not going to be able to buy myself anything for Christmas because that's it. All right, what I wanted to share is some books that I picked up from a local comic shop and on eBay. In a prior video, I showed this book, which is Spider-Girl #1, Women of Marvel variant. I think these issues were about 1 in 10 ratio. And I found that, and I got to thinking that I remember seeing other covers like this out there. So I went online and I looked those up. And at the store I was at, I also found this book, The Savage She-Hulks, Fall of the Hulks. And it's kind of neat because at the bottom here it'll say established in 2008. That's when that character would have been created. I was also lucky enough to find this variant edition of Fantastic Four 575. This one is a little bit different in that it doesn't have the Women of Marvel logo, and it doesn't have the establishment date on the bottom. I believe all of these covers are by Marko Djurdjevic, and he's coming back to Marvel and doing covers, and I just love his art. It's fantastic. I also found this book there, which was Atlas number 1. This is Aquaria Nautica Neptunia, established 1947. These books were relatively cheap. The other ones that I bought online were a little bit more expensive because I think they're a little bit harder to find. Here's Doom War, number 1. Storm, established 1975. I found this one at the store. This one was a good price. Avengers, The Children's Crusade, Women of Marvel number 1. Scarlet Witch, established 1964. Hawkeye and Mockingbird. This is Mockingbird, established 1971. This one I was really surprised to get for as cheap as I got it. I thought this one would be one of the hardest ones to get. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 640 with Mary Jane Watson and Black Cat. I've got a couple more. This one was quite expensive. It's really hard to find. There was only one seller. He has like 7 of them for sale. And again, I probably overpaid, but it's just a gorgeous cover. This one was hard to find. I think it had a low print run. Generation Hope number 2 with Hope Summers. This is Black Widow number 1, Natasha Romanoff. Beautiful Marko Djurjevic cover. I believe there's a first appearance of the Red Widow maybe in this book. Now this one I got to tell you a little story about. This is X-23, number 1, Laura Kinney. I saw this online. It was the only one available. I think there was a CGC one that I wasn't going to get. This one was up for auction with 3 other books for $30. Nobody had bid on it, so I went ahead and put a bid on it, and thinking there was like 3 days left that the price was going to just skyrocket. Because once you see these other books, you'll know why. It turned out that I was the only bidder. Nobody put a bid in, and I got not only this book for $30, which I would have paid for this book alone $30. I got this book here, X-23, one of Marvel one-shot number 1. That's an expensive book, probably worth $30 on its own. He also had, as part of the bundle, Wolverine 315. And X-Men 92, number 1, variant edition. It's a Stan Lee, collectibles.com. It's not signed by Stan Lee or anything like that. But I got all of those 4 books for $30. Just unbelievable that nobody bid on them. And then the seller sent me a note. It says, "Thanks for your business, Joe." And then he sends me this book, Death of X number 4, which is a Greg Hildebrand cover, obviously an homage to Uncanny X-Men 94. Just a nice little toss-in, just for being the only bidder. And that's it for the Women of Marvel books. In a similar vein, when I was in the store, I came across this book. And I remembered that Marvel had done variants celebrating their 70 years. And these, again, are Marko Djurjevic books. And I saw this book and couldn't believe that I hadn't really seen it before. So I remembered that I had bought and had in my collection this book, Ms. Marvel, established 1977. in my collection, and at the time I really wasn't thinking about any of the other books. But while I was there, I found this book. This book, it's another Captain America. I found The Incredible Hulk. And the rest I ordered online. This is X-Men Legacy, Marvel Girl, Wolverine 73, The Incredible Hercules with the Mighty Thor, established 1962. I don't know why he was on the Incredible Hercules cover and not his own. The Immortal Iron Fist, number 27. The interesting thing about this one is it does not have the 70 years logo, and it does not have the date in which Iron Fist was established at the bottom like the other books do. The next one is Dark Reign, Fantastic Four, The Thing, established 1961. And finally, Black Panther number 1 with Submariner, established 1939. And that's it for this collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.